listening to Fresh Radio, where I bring you family, revolution, edutainment, spirituality, health, and hip hop all in one show. And this evening, I'm actually, I'm going to be getting into a serious conversation about health. You know, Fresh Radio, we're all about the family revolutionary, edutainment, spirituality, health, and hip hop. So I'm going to talk a little bit about health with a guy who's hoping to change our lives. Now, I got Master S on the line. Master S, are you there?
What's up, Master S right now? What's up?
What's going on with you, bro, man? How you feeling out there, bro?
Yeah, I'm good.
That's good, man. Tell people out there, the listeners, a little bit about yourself and what you got going on.
Yeah, right now I'm working on my book. The book's called Detox To Great Health. I'm going to teach people how to live healthier, live a clean lifestyle, and how to prevent yourself from disease. So I always believe in prevention before disease. That's my method, and right now I'm teaching the people how to live a healthier lifestyle, how to lose weight, how to cleanse themselves and eliminate toxins from the body.
Okay, that's what's up, Master S. I like those things right there. You have no idea. My wife is heavily off in the clearing the toxins from her body and everything. Tell us how did you get into this health industry, and what's your drive and passion towards that?
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, I had nothing to do with health before. My background is computer science. I initially started to lose some weight. So my plan was to lose some weight. I started doing a paleo diet, and my plan was to lose some weight. And the more I read into health and becoming a vegan and then plant-based, and the more I read, I started studying herbalists, including Dr. Sebi, Dr. Africa, Robert Morse, and I was like, hang on a minute. In life, we've all been programmed and we've all been brainwashed to eating meat and the wrong foods. And I guess I've been plant-based for about 2 years now, vegan for 3 years. But initially, it was all to lose weight because I got to like 19 stones, and I saw a friend of mine who I haven't seen for a long time, and he barely recognized me. And I was like, hang on a minute, I got to change, I got to lose some weight. And the reason why I started was pretty much the weight loss.
Okay, no, that's a wonderful place to pick up, especially over here in America, man. We're like we're like the fattest country on the planet. But you know, a lot of people could take heed to this service that you offer. So it started from a weight loss, and then eventually you started building this program, and now you have a book that's coming out. How does all of this correlate, sir?
Yeah, I mean, I started reading, and people just saw how I changed, and they kept saying to me that they want some information from me. And people always were messaging me, emailing me, and started recognizing me on the streets, and kept asking me to write a book. So what I did is that I took the time to write a book. The book is going to be teaching how to detox to great health, and I'm going to be teaching and telling them exactly what to eat, what to consume, what to stay away from, and how to eliminate toxins, and giving you the best experience and how to rejuvenate your body.
Okay, that's what's up. So, along your health journey, what's been something that you feel that the people should know that you think that they're doing wrong, or that you feel that they're doing wrong, and that you can share with them?
Yeah, I mean, you have to start somewhere, but right now the main thing you have to do is you have to cut out the junk food. Try your best to avoid meat. If you are gonna eat meat, eat maybe once or twice a week, and also have a lot of vegetables, a lot of fruits, a lot of grains, and just stick to the basic foods. And be careful about what you consume. Stay away from gluten. And that's just what how I started. I mean, what I did when I first started, I had a smoothie every single morning. So even if you are gonna eat unhealthy, try your best to eliminate certain foods. If you are gonna eat junk food, have a cheat meal every week or so, and start slowly, but eventually and gradually. Your best bet is to live as healthy as you can, and change it slowly, because if you do it straight away, you're gonna find it difficult. It's best to do it step by step, and slowly but surely.
Okay. So I hear you saying about changing your diet and the way that you eat and how you eat. Now, I don't hear you saying anything about exercise. Does exercise play a part into what you're doing as well?
Exercise does play a massive part because I also am into fitness. I also like doing boxing, and I also do a lot of activities. But everything starts with a diet because you can never out train a bad diet.
Mm,
So I mean,
that is correct.
I'm very big into exercise. I go to the gym 3 or 4 days a week. But there's a lot of people that I know, they might look good and they might have a six pack and they might look good, but from inside their bodies are still dirty.
Mm. No, that makes a lot of sense. That definitely makes a lot of sense. Now, do you feel that the things that you are eating? With that fact, let's take it back a little bit. What type of things do you eat? Like, what would you call a daily diet for yourself? You know, how would you go about meal prepping? As I've been hearing a lot, how would you go about meal prepping for this new health lifestyle that you're living?
In the morning, what I'll do is that I'll have a smoothie, like a green smoothie. I'll put a lot of chia seeds, kale, and just any types of fruits and vegetables. I just mix that in the smoothie. I'll put that in there, and in the evening I'll have quinoa and rice with some black beans, maybe some broccoli, and I try to have half of my meals to be raw foods. So a lot of nuts, a lot of nuts, seeds, and that's mainly what I try to do. Sometimes I do have some plant-based and vegan junk food here and there, but I try my best not to eat that because again, it's not good to be poisoning my body.
Right. No. Right. Now, I'm not a vegan. You know, I'm not a vegetarian. You know, I still eat meat a little bit. I cut out beef and pork. I cut out pork maybe 16, 17, 18 years ago. And I even went as far as trying as hard as I can to stay away from products that even contain pork, you know, such as the gelatins and what have you. But and I stopped eating beef maybe about 6, 8 years ago. Now I didn't say I stopped eating beef, but I drastically curved my beef intake. You know, I probably eat well less than, let's just say, well less than 5 pounds of beef over a 6-month period. And I say 5 pounds of beef considering that a McDonald's hamburger is usually like a quarter pounder. So I eat less than, I eat way less than 12 of those in a 6-month period. I don't even eat at McDonald's, matter of fact. You know, I'm just using that as an example. But for the most part, I don't eat beef, you know, and I'm very slim at my chicken, and I've been doing the turkey meat thing, but I'm starting to push back on that. And I'm also picking up more fruits and vegetables. So, you know, that's just my personal diet, you know, and
Okay.
I can't see myself going a vegetarian way, you know. But for my listeners out there, and even for the listeners that just are just going to come across this one time, you know, the internet's crazy like that. Now, any advice, because there was a point in time when you did eat meat as well, any advice for those of us out there who are just having a hard time kicking those meat cravings, man? So I know somebody who just can't go a day without eating bacon. That's to each their own. But like, do you know how could you help us with any tips and tricks that you have to like cut out that meat intake that we got going on?
What you have to do is that you have to have much more fruits and vegetables and nuts. And when you have more fruits, vegetables, and nuts, you lose the cravings. So the more healthy foods you eat, you feel much more full, and you lose the cravings for the meat. But again, it will take a long time. So the best thing to do is just slowly get off it and don't have it too much. So slowly. So if you are gonna eat meat, eat it slowly. So have like a small piece, and have a lot of rice, quinoa, brown rice, a lot of broccoli, and a lot of smoothies, and do it very, very slowly, because you can't do it. I mean, it took me quite a long time. I never just became a straight plant-based. I did a lot of studying, and I noticed that I started fasting also. So fasting was the key. But I noticed that 2 or 3 months down the line, I noticed how good I felt. If before I thought I was gonna start feeling weak, and I start feeling no energy. When I noticed the benefits and the energy, I felt so good. I was like, you know what, I have to make a change. So I mean, the people will find out how good they will feel afterwards, and automatically they'll be able to make a change. And again, when you feel the benefits and you feel like a different completely person, you feel much better. Because when I was going to the gym, I felt sluggish before, I had no energy, and afterwards I was like a new person, and I was like, hang on a minute, where am I getting all this energy from? Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, I noticed too that I haven't really done I guess a legit fast. I haven't tracked myself from point A to point B, but there have been times when maybe 2 to 3 days out of the week that I'll go on a liquid diet, or I just won't eat pastas or any type of meat, or for a couple, 2 or 3 days, maybe longer. And I noticed, one, that's how I can kind of control what's going on in my gut region. But two, I noticed that toward the end of me on this liquid thing that I do, one, I clear out myself to the fullest, or to a point. And two, I noticed that there's a point when, because it kind of correlates. There's a point when I wake up more refreshed. I tend to get more out of the little sleep that I tend to get, if that makes sense. So I just from my little extensive research, or my little, I can't say it's extensive because I have researched into it, but I didn't go too deep into it. But just from the little bit that I've looked into diet, whenever you go to sleep with certain things in your body, in your stomach, your body still digests those things. And it's basically like your body working while it should be resting or repairing. And when it comes to the food that we put into our body, maybe you can back me up on this. When it comes to the food that we put into our body, there are different types of energy sources that are beneficial and those that are corrupt. Now, what type of foods do you feel that the average person can go out and grab and be of a more nutritional value to them, as opposed to the typical things that you may find?
I think I like a lot of quinoa, and quinoa is like a grain-like seed. So I try to replace rice with quinoa. I also like to have a lot of chickpeas, a lot of wild rice, a lot of smoothies, a lot of black beans, kidney beans. I mean, there's so many options out there. Yeah, I mean, that is my staple of my diet. So a lot of quinoa is definitely a staple. I also have a lot of lentils. So those are the pretty much staples of my diet. Lentils, brown rice. So I mean, I also have a lot of the Ito food. So my Jamaican friends have introduced me to the Rastafarian Ito food, and I never tasted that before. Whenever you're around the Ito restaurant, definitely give that a go, because the taste is excellent. And I'm a huge fan of Ito food. I'm a fan of Indian food, and those are my recommendations that I give you, though.
Okay, yeah, no, and if just for the listeners out there, just in case you haven't picked up on his accent, man, he's over there from London. So we're just making this happen, man, doing this global thing and trying to bring you just different types of, I don't want to say cultural, but man, people eat different things in different parts of the world, and it just so happens that over here we have access to those things, because I eat quinoa too. I actually have a bag of it in the fridge, in the cupboard right now. So it's not too expensive either.
Exactly.
That's another thing. You know, a lot of people are turning off from this healthy living because they feel it's expensive. You know, but it doesn't have to be expensive. Whole Foods is just making money off of this. You know, but,
exactly. I mean, you have to be smart. I mean, you can get quinoa and you can get beans, lentils, and it doesn't have to be expensive if you're smart about it.
Right. Now I kind of want to switch gears just a little bit, and I want to talk about where. I want to talk about I want to talk about this book that you got coming up, man. This inform us a little bit about this book that you got going on, and then we'll take it from there.
Yeah, the book is called Detox to Great Health. Well, I'm going to be giving a lot of information about how to detox your body and how to eliminate toxins and the waste out of your body. And I'm going to be talking about fasting and eliminating waste, because the average person has been eating so much junk food and they have 3 or 4 meals a day, and your stomach and your digestion never gets a rest. So I'm going to be talking about fasting and how to eliminate toxins from the body, and how to give your stomach rest, and what to eat and how to cleanse yourself so you can get a peace and tranquility within your mind and your brain. Because you have to understand that your stomach is the second brain. It's all interconnected. If your stomach is polluted, then your brain is polluted.
That's pretty deep. That's pretty deep. Man, you studied a little bit about Dr. Sebi. That's my man's. You know, I just want to pour this out from one of the Dr. Sebi teachers that I know, and just to get your thoughts and opinions on it. You know, Dr. Sebi, he in so many words, one of the things he preached about was the fact that mucus is one of the killers to our longevity on this earth. Now, a lot of mucus seed producing foods such as dairy products, they don't really actually do us any real good benefit, honestly, especially when like I said, dairy products, when we take that into consideration, that's coming from an animal. So we're not really actually supposed to be intaking the milk product of an animal. But that's another story. As far as mucus is concerned, how have you taken the steps to replace those everyday dairy products such as like milk and cheese and things of that nature?
Nowadays there are so many products. There's almond milk, hemp milk, coconut milk. There's so many products. And exactly, you're spot on regarding the mucus. Before Dr. Sebi, there was another guy called Arnold Ehret, and he's got a book called The Mucusless Diet. I also studied him, and I noticed that a lot of the disease we have, Dr. Sebi also studied him, and a lot of the diseases we have, like arthritis, tuberculosis, asthma, is all from the mucus. So before I became a vegan, I cut out milk. So I noticed that as soon as I cut it out, my breathing was better, I had less mucus, and then I started learning slowly. So when I cut out the dairy, I noticed how much better I felt. And the mucus can definitely give you so many diseases, because in your body it's all mucus really. We're all clogged up with mucus. And even I've gone 3 years without having any dairy, or 4 years, but it's very difficult to take the mucus out of your body, because since we've been doing it for so long that to eliminate it takes a long time. So now it's essential to have a sea moss, bladderwrack, a lot of spirulina, and a lot of chlorella, a lot of sea vegetables, to try to eliminate the mucus from the body. Because even if you go without dairy for a few years, it's still stuck in your body, and that's how dangerous it is for the body.
That's something I didn't know. I didn't know that once you stop, that it still stays in your body. I'm not a heavy off in the dairy. I will say that I have my affinity to strawberry ice cream. As soon as I can find me a substitute for strawberry ice cream, I'm all about it. But man, until this point stands, man, I need me a strawberry shake every so often. But other than that, I don't. I do the almond milk. My wife does the cashew milk, macadamia milk, rice milk. I mean, there's all types of milk now these days for whatever reason. But it's all out there, and cheese is not a big thing either, you know. So yeah, it's I want to talk about one more thing, more so pertaining to your book. You say Detox to Great Health. Now, what just off the top of your head, I know you written extensively about it, but just off the top of your head, what are a couple of things that you feel that we should just automatically start to detox from? You know, just so we can start this path and become more healthy individuals.
There's so many things. The meat, the cigarettes, the alcohol. A lot of people don't understand that the alcohol, you're pretty much ruining your liver, your kidneys, and all these functionalities which you need and which are very, very essential. You have to clean it out, and you have to make sure that it's clean, because again, you have to understand that so many diseases are becoming very common. 100 years ago, a lot of the products we have on the shelves in the supermarkets were unheard of. And then think about it, 100 years ago, we never heard of cancers and all these types of diseases. So, I mean, you have to cleanse it before it gets too late. And I always say, prevention before disease. You don't want to wait until the doctor tells you to change your diet once you're already sick. It's better to do it before you get sick. And that is my motto, and that is what I've been preaching to people.
Okay, no, that's a beautiful motto. You know, you definitely have to do that, because it's what does it say? Proper prevention prevents piss poor performance, and that goes for your body as well. So the more you prevent these things from starting in the first place, the more beneficial it'll be for you. Man, Master S, man, I definitely enjoy kicking it with you, man. Yes, sir, go ahead.
For sure. And there's one thing I have to say is that it makes you act differently. When they say you are what you eat, that is spot on, because I noticed that before I cut out meat, and a lot of my friends also, I used to be getting in quite a lot of trouble. I used to be getting angry quite a lot. I used to do a bit of boxing, and sometimes I had that Mike Tyson in me. So I had that anger in me. And even Mike Tyson also has become a vegan now. But
yeah, you know, he's a totally different person now. Like, I mean, you can still see it in his eye, but he knows consciously who he is. He's no more that machine in the face he is. Cause I love Mike Tyson. I loved him to the point where I hated him, because he was destructive. But man, now he's such a peaceful individual. He spreads love. And I love Mike Tyson.
I mean, when you eat an animal, which is when you consume it, and when it dies, when it gets killed, it has a lot of anger in the animal. And when the human consumes it, that anger transforms into the human. And before, to be honest, I didn't really care too much about the animals and the killing. I wasn't too much into that. But gradually, the more I progressed, the more I learnt. And I guess it does make you feel a lot less angry, and you feel a lot of peace within yourself.
Yes, sir. No, that's I say it like this: we're all connected on this planet. You know, the humans more so than anything, but even then, the animals were here before us, and that's one thing that I will argue with someone to death. The animals were in place on this planet before we arrived here, and once we arrived here, there was a point in time when we worked in harmony with the animals, and then something happened, and next thing you know, we have no regard for these creatures walking this planet. And that shows in the way that we built highways and we built cities right where they used to traverse and where they still traverse. People think it's a shame when a deer jumps in front of your car and gets slaughtered by a car, but at the end of the day, it's just trying to go to the river where it's always been going for these hundreds of years.
Yeah,
or this road.
Exactly. And I always say that peace begins on your plate. So when you look at your plate, peace always begins on that plate. And if you do eat a dead animal, sometimes I feel like you feel dead. So you have to always eat something alive to feel alive. I mean, it isn't rocket science. It might seem like that straight away, but once you do it for quite a while, you will definitely see the benefits.
Man, look, Master S, you gotta tell the people where can they get this book from.
Yeah, I mean the book's gonna be out very soon. At the moment, just follow me on my Instagram,
Okay.
which is the Master S Man. That's DAMASTERSMAN.
Master S Man, dude, I'm gonna follow you on my Instagram just because I need some more of this on my timeline because I'm about to follow a whole bunch of nonsense that I'm seeing just so I can be more focused and train my brain to something that's a little bit more positive, man. I think we all need to detox. Instead of the things that we also detox inside our body, we need to filter the things that come from the outside world as well, like TVs, because everything comes in through the eyes and then goes to the brain. So we need to filter things before they hit this brain. And yeah, social media, you might need to detox your social media as well. But you know, that's a whole different other story. Man, Master S, before we get up out of here, bro, is there anything that you want to drop on my audience? Just one, Drew, I appreciate it if you could just drop one thing on my audience.
Yeah,
Get out of here,
yeah, for sure. I mean, the jewel is just do it slowly. It takes quite a long time, and also do a lot of independent researching and study yourself. Don't always believe certain doctors because they haven't got a clue what they're talking about. A lot of them, not all of them, but a lot of them. Do your own independent research, and learn yourself and test the foods and just see how it goes. Don't just straight away cut out meat. Just do it slowly and see how you feel. Try fasting and try giving your stomach a rest. And afterwards, I'm sure you feel the benefits. Don't listen to people because again, I was one of the people myself who was criticizing my friend who was a vegan, and years afterwards, I'm a vegan. So don't listen to people. Study yourself, learn the knowledge, and again, knowledge is power. Once you learn the knowledge, once you will have a better insight. So learn the knowledge and then just give it a go. And don't listen to nobody and do it slowly. Don't cut it all out. Do it slowly. Eat the right foods. Also study Dr. Africa and just have a balance because I don't follow the whole diet of Dr. Sebi or Dr. Africa because it's too difficult. I have my own twist to it. So I mean, you can't always have a perfect diet. Just try with what you can and just try your best because no one's gonna have a perfect diet. But at the same time, just have a diet and just make sure that you don't get sick because I always say prevention before disease. You don't want to wait until you get a disease before you change.
Right, man. There's a lot of people out there that wait until they get AIDS and then they want to start using condoms. That don't make sense. Don't
exactly.
wait until you get the disease
exactly.
before it hits the plant.
And
Master S, yes, sir. Go ahead.
I have to say one thing, and Tupac Shakur did say we have to change our diets. So that's from the legendary Tupac Shakur. He did say that.
Oh man, yeah, that's changes. That song changes. He said we gotta change the way we eat, gotta change the way we live. We want to survive. Definitely did, and still he sees no changes even after he's dead. But that's the reason why we have these type of outlets so that we can at least try to reach the masses and have them let them know that man, it's real out here. Because there's the media that we see and that we're allowed to see is so skewed and it's not giving us the right information. But yeah, man, we got underground media for that purposes and tell. Master S, I do appreciate you coming through and rocking with us here at FRESHH Radio. It's definitely been a pleasure, sir. I'm gonna have to have you on the show a little bit later after you drop the book, or maybe after you're gonna come up with another one. Cause I'm gonna probably take some time to read the book, and I'm gonna have to read it myself. But yeah, man, yes, sir, Master S, man, I appreciate you sliding through, sir. And this is to everybody out there listening. Definitely go grab the book, Detox to Great Health, when it drops. So follow him on Instagram, the Master S Man. And yeah, man, we're gonna have a good time. I am the Young Man Duke, and you've been listening to FRESHH Radio. Peace.
Peace be upon you all. To all the viewers, peace.